Alright, and we're back. Today's video, we're going to see if we can mount that engine guard that recently came in. So we're going to see if we can get it on the bike. So first thing I need to do, I actually do need to jack the bike up. So we're going to get the jack under it, get it up in the air. I think what I'm going to do is, let me do this in case my dogs come out, because they like to try to escape the yard. So I need to put something in front of the door to block them. And then we're going to open the garage door first. That way we get some airflow. Because for a change, it's actually nice here. The calm before the storm, so to speak. We have cold weather coming. Going to be here before I know it. I don't know where you're at. You may be lucky and be in a nice warm part of the world or country, and I'm stuck in the Northeast for now. So let's get this jack position. Come on. Right there. I think that'll work. Works better if you close the valve, though, doesn't it? There we go. Okay. Normally I'll lash the bike down when I'm working, but I'm not going that high. Just going high enough to get the bike straight, so I can line up the engine guard and do what needs to be done to hopefully get it on without a major issue. So now we got it straight. It's sitting straight. Bring you a little closer here. Let's see, how do I want to do this? I want to get you down low, show you what we have to do first. So, let's see. On each side of the frame, there's a plastic plug that sits in between the floorboard mounts I just put on. So what we have to do is pull these plastic plugs out. So let me do this. Tip the camera. Let's get down low and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So if we get up in here, if we can get an angle so you can see them. Where the heck are you? Come on. Hard for me to see the angle where I'm at. So let's try this way. I don't want to take the camera off the mount. So right here, hopefully you can see that. Get it closer. There's a plastic plug. Okay? There's one on each side of the bike. Okay. Get in here. Let's see if we can see. Do a down angle maybe. Just to show you. Alright? Right here. So those plugs have to come out before we can do anything else. So I'm kind of hoping that they'll come right out, but we're going to find out. Sometimes it can be a literal pain in the backside. So I'm going to leave it right there. Move this out of the way because we're going to end up using this. Let's see what we got. See if we can get this damn thing out. Let's try that. Pliers. I may end up having to cut these things. And the only complaint that I read online about the aftermarket bars is that sometimes they come with the wrong hardware. So we're going to find out here in a second. If it is, then it's going to put a stop to anything we're doing right now. Come on. Yeah, they're like those Christmas tree plugs is what they are. You know, that mostly used on cars, that type of thing. So, and they shove into the threaded holes to protect the threads, but it also causes problems trying to come out. Well, there's half of it. Now, maybe I can push it through the frame and get it the rest of the way out. Because if I can't, it's actually going to present a problem for trying to do this job. Let's see, because it broke off right at the frame. Yeah. Yeah, that is not going to work well at all. I mean, I may have to melt the damn thing because I can't even feel it. There's actually no hole coming out the back. Or is that? Yeah, there is a hole out the back. So, but the problem is, the way it broke off, I don't know if I can get this to even, maybe I can get it to unscrew. Let's try that. Yeah, okay, that might be working. Basically what I'm doing is I'm twisting it like I'm unscrewing it, and that seems to be pulling it out. Come on. Because of the way it broke off, it's hard to get a grip on what's left. But we know for the other side, if I can get it out far enough to grip it, I should be able to unscrew the damn thing. Let's see. Come on. It's coming. All right, very good. Yep, very good. See, so what it is it had become, basically you just push them in. And what happened is it's got some rust buildup, so it bound up in the threads itself. So I'm going to leave that like that, and before I do anything else, I'm going to get a couple paper towels to put down, because I'm actually going to spray that with some PB Blaster to help clean up the threads. So before we do anything else, we want to try to clean that up a little bit. Don't want to cross thread, obviously. There we go. Get that cleaned out. And then obviously I'll run the bolts in first by themselves and thread them in by hand before we attempt to put the bar on. So, all right, so that's one side out. Those threads are as clean as they're going to get. Leave that. I got some PB Blaster just sitting in there, so we'll let it just sit and do its thing. Sit there and soak up. All right, so now we're going to move to the other side and pull that plug out. Get it pulled out to the point to where I can hopefully unscrew it like I did this side. See if I can get you in a spot where you can see what I'm doing somewhat, but not really, because tight fit. Very tight down in underneath the mounts here. So I'm sure my shoulder's probably in the way. Let's see if I can get you right here. Let's see. Put you down a little more. Actually, what I'll do is this. We can roll the bike back to this side of the garage. Like so, yeah, there we go. That gives us a little more room to work. Gives me more room and gives you a little bit to see. All right, so now we want to try to start this one, if I can, to where I can grab it with the pliers is what I'm after, and then hopefully unscrew it like I did the other side. Yeah, can we get a hold of it? Let's see. Yeah, I got a hold of it. Come on, there it comes. All right, very good. So that's working well and screwing it. And like I said, there's a lot of caked up rust. So, because it's open from the back side, I guess the water gets in there and it can rust up on the mount. And there it is. So we got that one out. Back to a little PB Blaster up in there. Get up behind it. There we go. Let that soak. And wipe these threads out. Same thing as we did on the other side. Just to try to clean them up a little bit. Yeah, that helped. That helped immensely. All right, let's get that in there further. Very good. All right, so that's as good as that gets there. So now what I'm going to do is get the hardware put a couple of these things away I no longer need. So I'm going to get the hardware that came with it and the 2 bottom bolts. I'm going to see if I can thread them in. And that's going to be the telltale if it came with the correct hardware. Now, like I said, a lot of people complained that it was metric, I guess, and not standard, or not standard and was metric. I don't know. So we're going to find out. So let's see. Bring it back around here. We got a little more room to maneuver. All right, let's see if this thread size is correct. Should run right in. Yeah, that's going straight in. Very good. Now, let's see what we got here. Get one of my ratcheting wrenches. That'll make it easier to run it down. Torque on it is 30 pounds on the top bolt and 35 pounds on the bottom, is what it's saying in the Harley instructions from the web page. So they're 9/16. Bottom bolts are 9/16. Top is going to be an Allen head when we get to that point. So, but like I said, I just want to run this in just to help clean the threads with the PB blaster I put on it. That'll help sweep the rust out of the threads. And we're just going to run this all the way in, basically to where it would be if the bar was on. Very good. Yeah, that's going in nice and smooth. And we'll reverse it and bring it back out. So that's all the way in. So basically this way, when I get the bar set up into place, I can actually run them in by hand as far as I can go. Which now that these threads are clean, I mean, this bolt's coming right back out without a problem. So we're going to clean up the opposite side, do the exact same thing. Clean up those threads. Like I said, the only hitch might be this chrome guard that the previous owner had put on. So we're going to find out. All right, let me run this one in on this side. Again, start it by hand. We don't want to cross thread that. I don't generally run a gremlin bell, but a friend of mine gave it to me. She got it with her father out in Minnesota when they were out there. So I said, okay, we'll put it on the new bike. So I'm hoping that I can leave it where it's at and that it won't interfere with the bar. So, okay, so that bolt is run all the way in. Now the next step's going to be, you got to protect the fender, and we slip this bar up in here. This is basically the Harley directions tell you to, basically what you're doing is setting the bottoms in place first, and once you get that in place, then you tip it back towards the down tubes, and you put it where it belongs on the center here. There's a spot where a bolt goes through with a lock nut, and then you tighten it down. Come on, baby. There we go. Okay. So that's ready to go there. Get that out of the way. All right, we don't need this trim puller anymore. Let me put this away. All right, hardware set up over there. And then put one of my towels over the fender. And we'll see what we got to do here. So let's see. The bar's there. Let's see, where's my towel? I want one of my old towels to use for this. Where the heck are we at? All right, this one will work. So what we're going to do, we're going to put a towel. Make sure you guys can see what the heck I'm doing here. All right. I want to run this towel over the fender just to protect it. Should the bar slip out of my hands, I don't want to obviously put any gouges in this pretty red color. I don't even know what the hell the color's called. Billiard red or rod billiard, I don't know. So, all right, so now we got that. I'm gonna bring this piece. This is what it was wrapped in. You guys, if you watch the video, you see that I unwrapped it a couple days ago. Now, pull this through, because we'll use this for the bar to set on while we're getting everything lined up. Okay, bar comes next. This thing really was wrapped well too, people. If you haven't watched the unboxing of it, it really was wrapped very well. So for aftermarket, I was very impressed with how well it was. Okay, get this up in place here. Alright, that's that. Now, that can lean there. So we lean that up against the fender. We'll see, this is why we put the cloth on there. So the kit comes with 2 bolts, 2 washers. So, get this set up. Hey, look who it is! Nona and G-Money. What are you doing, G-Money? You going for a stroll in that stroller there, huh, buddy? So that's set up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get, obviously, blue Loctite, which is what I always run. The top one does come with a lock nut, so we don't need Loctite on that. So we're just going to put a little bit of blue Loctite down each one, so when we thread it in, once it dries, it'll hold that bottom bolts in place. All right, very good. Now, coming back over. Now, this way you can see a little blue Loctite on there. So this is where we're going to have the fun. Let's get this bar started. This up in place. Again, we're not going to tighten these right now. We just want to get them held in place into the frame where it's supposed to go. Sure, my big head's probably in the way. Let's bring you around over here. Okay, so I got one side started. Let's get this other side started. Again, you start them by hand. Run that in. Come on, baby. Get in there. Get them started. Because we got to see what we have to do with the top here. All right, looks like the middle rung is going to have to come out. Yep, looks like we're going to have to pull the middle rung on this bar here. All right, that one's running. So now it's held in place by the 2 bottom bolts. So we'll run this in a little bit further. I'm trying to go just snug enough to hold it. We're not tightening down on the bar itself. I'm just trying to get it to where it's in position. Okay, so we're going to take this, we're going to run this one in now, just again to hold it, and then I'll show you what I'm going to have to do. Why did that wrench flip to the other side? Okay, so that's that. Now, here's where the issue comes in. If you're running a trim piece. All right, bar has to go up, okay? So you see it's hitting that rung in the frame there, in that, that cover. So it looks like it'll clear the back one, but this one is definitely going to have to be removed or trimmed here and probably here. So it looks like it's going to be a job for the Dremel. So I'm going to have to get my Dremel out and then we'll see what we got. Keep that like that. Just try to get it so you guys, again, trying to show you what the heck we're doing here. So, okay. So again, it's going to be this bottom one right here. Right here. In order to get this to go up against. I don't think I'll have to cut that one, but this one for sure. So we're going to get it. We'll get it with the Dremel because that way it'll cut nice. I don't want to hit it with a saw blade. Actually, obviously there's not enough room for a saw blade. You don't want to cut it with cutting pliers or something like that because all that'll do is fracture the plastic and chew it up, which, you know, you don't want to do that either. So we'll take out the Dremel and we're going to see if we can Dremel them out real quick. Should have a power supply right there. Let me get this together and I'll come back over and show you. I have my cutoff wheel here. This will work. Oh, where's my other piece? There it is. I don't know. Yeah, there's nothing left on that to cut with. I have multiple kits here for my Dremel, so just want to make sure we have the right one. There we go. That like that. Run that down. And then let me put a cutoff wheel on and I'll show you what we're going to do here. And then we'll, like I said, we'll cut that piece off. It should fit. It used to fit. Come on. Aggravating me a little bit here. These things get, you know, if you own a Dremel and you have the cutoff wheels, you know how they can get stuck on the collet that comes with the Dremel. That damn thing doesn't undo. Do I have another one here I can use? Yeah, there we go. There's a different one. This one looks like it's got melted plastic on it. And I think that that's what the problem is, trying to come apart. So, come on. I need another toolbox. And I'm not bragging, I'm complaining. Because I'll tell you what, I got more crap packed into these freaking toolboxes of mine. It's like, and I mean crammed. Crap is crammed. Let's put it that way. So I don't have a lot of room to work when I'm trying to swap things out. So I don't know if I want to use that cutoff wheel. That might be a little too thick. We might be going with we'll try one of the thin ones that always shatter and poke your eyeballs out. Anybody that knows what I'm talking about. They break apart so easy when you're cutting with them. So, but since this is just plastic, I'm hoping this will cut without a problem and won't need the heavy duty cutoff. I'm hoping. And we're about to find out. Get this swapped out, will be a business. Come on, there we go. So like I said, I'm going to try to cut it. Okay. All right, very good. Now we got it set up. This is the one I'm talking about. You know how these things are. They bind up and then they explode. So we're going to see if we can bind it up and explode it. Get some power here. Well, that's not power, is it? Because I got it in the wrong damn one. Let's try that. That's better. All right, so again, what we're going to do is we're going to cut on an angle this way and an angle that way is what I'm hoping. Let's see, make sure you guys can see exactly where I'm talking about. All right, come here. Tip down. There we go. Come on. Trying to get it to zoom in. There we go. All right, so I got to cut this one. All right, I want to cut the way this is made. There's like an indentation right here on each side. I want to cut this way and that way. So we're going to see if that'll work. So let's do this side first, I guess. Now set the... I don't want to make an hour-long video of mounting this damn thing. You know, because if you don't have a bar, then you don't have to really worry about it. You know, you're not going to have this issue with cutting this trim. You know, if you don't have this trim on your bike, then you're good to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop you for now rather than waste your time and mine. I'm going to notch it out, and once I get done, I'll come back to you. All right, I'll see you guys in hopefully about 5 minutes. All right, we're back. So here, let me come in from the front, and you'll see how I had to notch this down each side, okay, so the bar would fit snug up against it. All right, and this way the bar goes straight to the frame. It's still together here and together here, but it had to be notched that far in order to make this thing fit. So now you see it goes straight up against the frame, which is where it's supposed to be. So on each side, it's up where the frame is. So the only other thing you got to do is make sure you're clearing your clutch cable. Okay, so that's another thing that's in the directions, but again, you know, not everybody's running that damn piece of plastic trim. So not everybody's running this, so actually they want you to move this up. So I may try to slide that up a little bit, but it seems to be clearing without a problem. So once I put the top nut in, we'll see if I have to move that bracket to get the clutch cable supported a little bit higher. I don't think I'm going to have to, but we're going to find out. So, and this is why, like I said, with the Dremel, you need a lot of different things. Come on, there we go. Bring it around here, and now this uses a washer, an Allen head washer. I want to say that's a 5/16. Let me find out what this is before I get that up in place. And we'll make sure we have everything that we need. Let's see. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Come on, what is it? Okay, so we're ½ inch. So we're a ½ nut, and we are a, what size is this? Okay, there it is right there. Okay, very good. That's that. That's this. It is a 7/32. 7/32 Allen head. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this up into place. So basically this goes through the bottom hole, and like so, and then we got to get up in behind to get the nut on, and that's going to be easier said than done. Looking at where I got to get, I don't see how the hell you're supposed to get your fingers up in there. That is crazy. Holy crap. There's no way to get to the nut. Let me go check the other side and see if I got room from over there. This is definitely a tight fit. Maybe from this side. All right, let's see what we got. So again, this goes up here, and then this nut goes on the back. Jeez, oh Pete. They absolutely give you no room to put this on. I can't even get the... Wow, this is screwed up, I'll be honest with you. This is not going to be fun getting this piece on here. Try to get this nut up in here. Of course, now I got, I think, a piece of plastic in my eye. Fell out of my hair. All right, what the hell is it? I can't even see the stud. I think that's it. Holy cow. Yeah, there's like no room to work here. That's it right there. But trying to get the nut to start on the back of that, it's going to be next to impossible, I think. Wow, this is comedy. All right, let's see. Where are we at? There it is right there, but there's absolutely no way to hold this. There's no room for your hand to get up in there. None. So I don't know how the hell am I going to do this. Maybe tape the nut into the wrench. Let's see what we got here. Maybe if I use a piece of tape, go from the back side maybe, let's see. All right, so I'm thinking if I put the nut in, throw a piece of tape to hold that on the back, on the box end, then maybe I can get it started. So let me get a piece of electrical tape and we'll see if this is going to work. Otherwise, I don't know how the hell they want you to get up in there. Makes no sense. There's no room. Everything is so packed tightly that there's no room to get up on there. All right, let's see. This tape will hold this in place. Like this. Now, so what I have is a piece of electrical tape. Hopefully that'll hold that in place. I can get it lined up like this. Let's see. Get up in here. Where you at? There you are. Now, if I can hold that like that, maybe I can get this damn thing to start. And I actually found a regular nut. Seems to be the correct size, so we're going to see if we can get this started here. Again, it's just not. Yeah, see, I'm not even on it. You can't. Again, you can't see where the hell they want you to work here, and that's part of the problem. All right, I don't want to lose you too. It's up inside there, and again, there's no room to work with the way they set this up. And there it goes. So that's right on the top. At least I can kind of see where that one went. What a pain in my ass. Literally. This is nuts. I'll be honest with you. This job should not take anywhere near that long. Oh, I found my nylock nut. It actually fell out of the frame and rolled across the floor. All right, let's see if we can take this. Get this other nut out of the frame now that fell down in. All right. So we got that one. I'm going to keep it handy just in case because, like I said, this is a cluster. This is literally, figuratively, literally a cluster, the way they have this set up. Again, you can't get your hand up inside to get the nut started. And we're going to lose another nut if I'm not careful here, as it's spinning around. It's not, again, you just have no room for your hand to get up in where it's got to go. It's got to go around this piece of frame that's kind of indented. And there's just no room to maneuver with it. Come on. Oh, for God's sakes. It's coming to the point to where I'm going to yank this effing thing off. Pardon my language, because I'll tell you what, there is just no way to get up in there to get the nut started on the back. There's just no room. I don't know how those big-ass mechanics at the Harley dealer do it, because I'll tell you what, there's guys that have fatter fingers than me, and how the hell they get their hands up in here to do it? You probably get the girls up in the office to come help them. Yep, that wasn't on there. Thought it was on, but doesn't pay me to think. All right, we're going back to a regular nut instead of the nylock one with the Loctite. Get up in back here. Come on, you son of a... Really? This is just ridiculous. Did we finally get it? I think I finally got the damn thing started. Son of a... Boy, I'm telling you. I don't know. We finally got it started. I couldn't use the nylock one because it wouldn't thread into the nut enough through the nylon threads that lock it in place. It would not get down into it. So now the fun part's going to be tightening this pain in my backside down. So I'm going to start with the bottom ones. It says to start at the top. I'm going to start at the bottom because I want to get it torqued down into place, because I'm sure I'm going to be fiddling around with that top one to try to do what needs to be done. I'm sure that that's what it's going to do. So, sorry this has turned into a super long video. I apologize to anybody that watches my stuff. Never had so much aggravation on something on a Harley in my life. Cars I expect. Harleys, yeah, I don't. So, again, what a pain in the backside. All right, let's set up this torque wrench. Now, 35 on the bottoms. Where the hell are you at? 50. Where the hell's my 30 at? There it is. 30, 35 on the bottoms. And if I remember right, that was 9/16. Let's get an extension. Oh, let's see. We'll use this one long enough. Loses a little bit in translation, but it is what it is. Where the hell is my 9/16? There we go. All right. So, again, 35 on the bottom, 30 on the top is what it calls for. So, let me back you up here. I'm going to do the bottom first. Like I said, I'm doing it backwards from what they want. Is what it is. This way I know I got it in place, you know? Okay, that's one. Get this other one over here. All right, let me run this in with the wrench first. Okay, one more. Very good. All right, that's tight. That's not going anywhere. Now we got to get up in to do the top. So, and that's the Allen head. Allen on one end, and 1/2-inch wrench on the back side. Let me bring you back around here, see if we can get an angle. You guys can see where the hell it's at. All right, it's right here. Okay, so we got to get on it with a wrench. Now, again, I'm going to have to go from the back side. And get up on that nut that I put on. Can't even tell if I'm on it. I don't know if it tightens up. Yeah, we're on it. And we slipped off. Okay. jack's moving. Come on, baby. Wow, that's messed up. There it goes. Okay. So now we're in place. And now it's on. Get this off without banging the bike. All right. So that's on finally. Took forever. Shouldn't have taken anywhere near that long. But you see what we tied up. Probably spent 35 minutes on trying to get this in place. This, I stopped the video to notch these out. It took 10 minutes max to finish notching, to do what had to be done. Again, it was on it when I bought it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have put it on. I have no use for that crap. But the guy that I got it from, who traded it in, was a Willie G fan. And as I said in many other videos, he put skull everything on there. And chrome, anything he could buy, he put on. So, for me, I don't prefer it, but I'm not going to take it off. So, it is what it is. I'm not going to take it off for now. Let's put it that way. So, for now, that's it. That is on. So that's ready to go. And hopefully, you know, it's tight. It shouldn't go anywhere. Everything's good. And then when I decide to fit some lowers, hopefully everything will go. So, all right, thanks for watching. Sorry for this extremely long freaking video. Going to try to cut some where I can. And then don't forget to hit like and subscribe. As like I said, you guys see, I show you the aggravations that you run through working on your own. But, you know, I don't know what the dealer would charge for a job like this. I imagine probably hour and a half labor. So, you can do it yourself with a little aggravation. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video.